Philippines is an island country of Southeast Asia in the western Pacific Ocean. It is an archipelago consisting of more than 7,000 islands and islets. Philippines was conquered by the Spaniards and became a Spanish colony in the 16th century. This took as a result of the Spanish-American War, wherein America won the battle. During the World War II, another country occupied the Philippines, which is Japan. Philippines was colonized by different countries because of the elegant organic beauty it contained, the ultimate reason why the country is called the Pearl of the Orient Seas. The term became more popular because of our national hero, Dr. Rizal, and his last poem, Mi Ultimo Adios, before he died in 1896. Since we already talked about literature, why don't we dig more? Come on, let us understand what is Philippine literature. Philippine literature is associated with its prehistory through its colonial legacies and on to the present. During the pre-Hispanic period, Philippine literature was actually an epic that was passed from generation to generation through oral traditions. Filipinos believes that through literature, they are able to reveal social truths and fictional imagination. People were able to express their emotions through writing. Well, in fact, Filipinos used their writings to fight for their rights and freedom against the Spanish abusive government before. Imagine how powerful literature is. Literature also serves as a foundation of their culture. Ancient Filipino cultures will all transcribe into writings that are studied and adopted by the new generations today. Same when it comes to arts. Filipinos uses their creativity to form a masterpiece that has an underlying message on it, either to inspire, motivate, or awake senses. In Philippines, there are over 150 native languages and dialects being spoken. However, most of the Filipino writers today uses both Filipino and English as the medium of their writing. There are a lot of Filipino writers that contributed to the development of Philippine literature. One of them is Jose Garcia Villa, a Filipino writer, poet, and a critic. He is considered as one of the most finest poets regardless of the language or race. He introduced the reversed consonants rhyme scheme, including comma poems that made full use of punctuation marks in an innovative poetic way. The first of his poems, Have Come Am Here, received critical recognition in New York in 1942. Soon after, it was followed by different honors, including the American Academy of Arts and Letters Awards and National Arts for Literature in 1973. Aside from his poems, Jose Garcia also writes books and short stories. Actually, one of the first short stories that I have read is his masterpiece entitled Footnote to Youth. This was published in 1933, a story centered on the main character Dodong, who entered the married life at his early age. The story happened in a rural area where life is simple. The sun is already setting in the west, and Dodong was already done with his work. The main character of the story is no other than Dodong. He is a farmer's son who marries at 17 and eventually becomes a father. He had a regretful and unfulfilling life as a result of his rash decisions. The main point of the story is about youth ignorance. The author makes use of the story as a warning to everyone, especially to youth, that marriage is a serious thing. That marriage is not all about happiness. It entails commitment and huge responsibilities. This story happens in real life context. There are a lot of youth today that are already experiencing the adult responsibilities. Because of their ignorance, they didn't realize the consequences of their actions. Based on the story, life is the result of what comes after youth and love. It means that whatever decisions we've had in our youth and which of the two descriptions we choose in love will lead to the life that we will have.